Picture this. You're sitting in a lecture hall, staring at a professor who is talking about a degree that might maybe get you a $50,000 a year job in 4 years. Meanwhile, your bank account has exactly $14.27 in it, and the stress of how you're going to afford dinner, let alone your rent, is actually making your chest tight. You see people online making 10 grand a month while traveling, and it feels like they have a secret code you weren't given. The truth is that they don't have a secret code. They just stopped following the student poverty trap that society preaches as a rite of passage. Here is the problem. Most students are taught that their only job is to study and wait for a real career to start. But if you want to see $10,000 in your account before you graduate, you have to stop thinking like a student and start thinking like a system builder. The first thing we have to address is the low-wage trap. Most students think the way to more money is to pick up more shifts at a coffee shop or a retail store. Let's look at the math. If you're making $15 an hour in the US or £11 in the UK, and you want to hit $10,000, you'd have to work over 660 hours. Between classes, exams, and sleep, that is physically impossible without burning out or failing. Psychologically, we fall for this because a steady paycheck feels safe. It's a habit we pick up from our parents. They teach you to trade time for money, but your time is capped. To hit that $10,000 mark, you have to move away from hourly labor and toward value-based results. Here's what you can do instead. Look for a skill where you can charge for the outcome, not the hour. Whether it's managing social media for a local business or being a social media strategist, you want to be in a position where you can charge $500 for a project that takes you 5 hours. Suddenly, that $10,000 goal only requires 20 clients, not 600 hours of standing on your feet. Your action step today is to audit your week. Write down every hour you spent working for less than $20 an hour and realize that those hours are actually costing you the chance to build something bigger. Rule number 1 is to automate your savings. This is where most people fail. They think they'll save whatever is left at the end of the month. But guess what? There is never anything left. If you get a $1,200 student loan payment or a $500 check from a side gig, and your rent is $800, you probably spend that remaining $400 on drinks, takeout, and Amazon hauls. We do this because our brains are wired for immediate gratification. Buying that new pair of sneakers feels like a win today, while $10,000 in the future feels like an abstract concept. Here's the rule. The second money hits your account, 20% goes into a separate high-yield account that you do not have a debit card for. If you make $1,000 this month, $200 vanishes before you can even think about spending it. You live on the $800. This forces you to be creative with your spending and ensures your wealth grows while you sleep. Your practical step is to open that secondary account today and set up an auto transfer for even just $50. Prove to your brain that you are a person who saves. Next, we have to talk about the hidden subscription mistake. We live in a world that wants to nickel and dime your freedom away. You might think $15 for Netflix, $10 for Spotify, $20 for a gym membership, and $12 for a specialized software isn't a big deal. But for a student, these micro leaks are the reason you feel broke. If you are leaking $100 a month in subscriptions, that's over $1,000 a year gone. Psychologically, these companies rely on decision fatigue. They know you're too busy with finals to go in and cancel that free trial you forgot about. Here's what to do. Go through your bank statement right now and highlight every recurring payment. If you haven't used it in the last 14 days, kill it. That extra $60 or $100 a month isn't just pizza money. If you invested that in a side hustle or even a simple index fund, it becomes the foundation of your $10,000. Rule number 2 is the 24-hour friction rule. This is the best way to fight lifestyle creep. As soon as you start making a little bit of money from a side hustle, the urge to level up is massive. You start making $500 a month extra, And suddenly you want the $1,200 a month apartment instead of the $800 one. Or you want the $5 coffee every morning. This is a trap because your expenses rise exactly at the same rate as your income, leaving you with a net gain of zero. We do this because we want to signal to our peers that we are making it. Instead of buying on impulse, wait 24 hours for any purchase over $50. Most of the time, the need disappears by the next morning. Your action step is to set a spending limit on your banking app that sends you a notification the moment you spend more than a certain amount. It's about creating friction between your impulse and your wallet. Now, let's talk about the skill stacking mistake. A lot of students try to learn everything at once. They want to learn coding, then graphic design, then real estate. They end up being okay at 5 things but great at 0. If you're just okay, you're replaceable, and replaceable people get paid the minimum. You fall into this because of shiny object syndrome. You see a TikTok about a new side hustle and want in. The rule here is to pick one high-value skill and stack it with your degree. If you're studying marketing, learn data analytics. If you're studying art, learn UI/UX design. When you combine 2 skills, you become a category of 1. Instead of competing with 10,000 other students, you're now the only person who can do both things. This allows you to charge premium prices. Your action step today is to find one free certification on Google or HubSpot that complements your major and commit 1 hour a day to finishing it. Here is your 10K action plan to get this moving. This week, audit your finances. Cancel every unnecessary subscription and move 20% of whatever is in your bank account to a savings goal. Identify one skill you can offer as a service, something people actually pay for, like copywriting, social media management, or tutoring. This month, find your first beta client. Offer to do the work for free or a very low cost in exchange for a glowing testimonial. This is how you build social proof. Once you have 3 testimonials, double your price. If you get 3 clients at $500 a month, you're already making $1,500 extra while in school. Over the next 3 to 6 months, focus on retention. It is 5 times harder to find a new client than to keep an old one. Automate your workflow so that your side hustle takes up less of your study time. If you keep stacking that 20% savings and growing that client base, hitting $10,000 isn't a maybe, it's a math certainty. Look, it is not your income that defines your wealth. It is the system you put in place to manage it. You don't need a miracle to reach $10,000. You just need to stop being a passive observer of your own life. You are capable of building this while you're still in school. Start today, even if it's just moving $10 into a savings account or sending one cold or cringe-worthy proposal email. To see your first $10,000, you have to master the math of the system. If you save $200 from a $1,000 monthly income and generate $1,500 from 3 clients, your net monthly surplus hits $1,700. In just 6 months, that geometric growth results in $10,200. This isn't luck, it is a predictable outcome of the equation. Because when you stop trading capped hours for low wages and start stacking high-value skills, the variables shift in your favor. It is not your income, it's your system.